It's common to hear the phrase, I don't know how to cook. I have said it like millions of times myself. Unfortunately, a lot of people think to be able to cook or to have that title, you need to be able to do a recipe that takes hours and can impress people, like recipes like tiramisu and soups that take so many ingredients, and I think that's only just the beginning of getting this title. Fortunately, that is not the case. I have a recipe that anyone can do, and this step-by-step process will help you make a packet of ramen. So, for your materials and ingredients, it really is a few simple things. First of all, for your materials, you will need a pot. It can be a little smaller than this one that I have here, but it fits the packet of ramen perfectly. Next, you need a bowl for plating. And finally, you need a fork for stirring or eating. For your ingredients list, it comes out of this packet right here. I have the chicken flavor because that is personally my favorite. This is what the back looks like. And those two ingredients is the seasoning packet that you get with the package and your ramen. So, step one is you will fill this pot with water. Now, this pot is a little bigger, so I usually fill it up halfway, but for this, it might be like 3 cups. Step two, I put the pot with water on the stove and I turn it on to high heat. The reason I don't do medium or low is because I'm going to get that water boiling as soon as possible. It does not mess up the recipe. Number 3, I pull the noodles and the flavor packet out of the package. Now, of course, there's different flavors. You do not have to do the chicken. You can do the beef or the shrimp. Both are amazing. And you want a pot, even though I said you don't have to do one that big, this is the size that it needs to be. Number 4, when the water begins to boil, you will put your noodles into the pot, and a lot of times, so that it doesn't splash, you'll put it in like this and let it fall. And you let that cook for 3 minutes. Now with your seasoning packet, you have one of 2 options. You can either, and this is the way I do it, you empty the packet into the bowl until the noodles are done cooking. But if you like a lot of water in your noodles, what you will do is cook this in and you put it in there whenever you put the noodles in. After cooking for 3 minutes, you, depending on what you did with the seasoning packet, you could do one of 2 things again. You can take your noodles, if you put the packet in here, and you can go ahead and just fill your bowl that you had prepared with your noodles and your water, and you won't have to mix in a packet because it's already cooked in. But if you put your seasoning packet in the bowl, what you will do is, what I like to do is fill my bowl with a little bit of water. I usually like to do it where all the surface is covered on the bottom. And then what I will do is I will go to my sink and I will take my pot with noodles in it and I will empty out the majority of the water. And remember, whenever you are emptying water into the sink that is hot and has boiled, you want to turn on some cold water. It helps get it down the drain without damaging your pipes. And then after leaving a little bit of water in your pot, you will put your noodles in with your seasoning and the rest of the water. You will mix it up and you will enjoy. And this should look like your finished product. Now, a lot of places like Japanese restaurants or Asian places, they will have options other than just doing the ramen. Sometimes they add in egg, they add in green onions, pork, other types of meat, and it just really adds to the flavors other than just noodles and flavoring. So despite this seemingly easy process. This is amazing soup to make when you're sick and you might have no one to make it for you, or you do have someone to make it for you, and it's just something simple that you can get away with, or you just need something easy and comforting to eat on maybe a rainy day or a day you're feeling down. Please feel free to try this recipe and share it with your friends. Thank you so much.